Jessa Duggar is not going to accept criticism for her large family or her pregnancy. In a YouTube video posted on Thursday, May 8, Duggar, 32, made the claim regarding people voicing negative opinions. She continued, "I know this isn't true for everyone, but personally, I've never had someone come up to me and be nasty. The harsh and useless remarks I've heard are usually only found online. Amina and Ben Seewald are either trying to reproduce like rabbits or take after their mother," based on remarks made toward Jessa, one of Jim, Bob and Michelle Duggar's 19 children. "No, I won't have 19 kids, but I find inspiration in my mother." With love and devotion in her voice, Jessa cried, "She is my role model in so many ways." Jessa is expecting her 6th kid right now. Their tenderness, patience, love, and kindness. She is, in my opinion, the perfect example of a mother. Yes, please help me, Lord. When people ask me if I want to be like my mom. The former Counting On star continued by claiming that none of the alleged offensive messages were ever sent to her. The speaker admitted that some people receive harsh criticism or criticism from those closest to them, who frequently express their ideas without being asked directly. "I'm glad I haven't had that experience. It must be considerably more difficult." People's perceptions of our news are often influenced by the tone we set for it. As per certain recommendations, things Jessa just heard, which she thought was really helpful. For instance, when we announce our pregnancy or show our gratitude for the new baby, saying we're so grateful instead of "we're definitely done after this one" sets a different tone. She said that although she doesn't believe it's wrong to say some things, she does acknowledge that there are instances when we can edit the news to suit our expectations of how others would respond. We might therefore be more hurried. If we are afraid that people will criticize us for having another kid, we should break the news in a way that appears to be an apology or a change of direction. Jessa and So29 both made it apparent that they are unable to completely control other people's thoughts. For those, we're not here. According to Jessa, while we shouldn't prioritize other people's approval, we do have some control over the information we share, and by extension how others perceive and react to it. Jessa Duggar, a former reality TV star, has, whether on Counting On or TLC's 19 Kids, she has never been afraid to share details of her personal life with her audience. As Jess has navigated the challenges of marriage and nurtured her growing family, millions of people have followed her tale. As she prepares to have her 6th child, she has recently had to cope with some very personal and downright offensive remarks on the number of her children. Large families have long been a part of the Duggar family's heritage. Jessa's, Jim, Bob and Michelle, the parents, had an incredible 19 kids. Ben Seewald, her spouse, has also expressed a wish to have a big family. Many individuals have strong opinions regarding the couple's choice to have a large family. Some criticize their choices, while others applaud their commitment to having a large family. When Jessa revealed she was expecting her 6th child, she received the most current criticism. This prompted a barrage of comments on the size of her family, some of which were encouraging and some which were severe. The reality of becoming a public personality. Attention has always been focused on Jessa, belonging to the well-known Duggar family. Through their large family, her parents, Jim, Bob and Michelle, accumulated a media empire. Additionally, Jessa is only one of several kids who have long shared details of their everyday lives with their fans. The Duggars platform, which includes television series, has allowed their opinions on family, parenting, and religion to influence a large number of people, books and social media. However, fame is not without its disadvantages. Despite having millions of admirers, the Duggar family has also drawn harsh criticism. The Duggar family's conservative views, strict family structure, and support for homeschooling have drawn a lot of criticism online. As Jessa and her family prepare to give birth to their 6th child, they are the talk of the town. Why they use such drastic measures to have so many children is a question that many people have. The taunts were directed at size of the family. Following Jessa's recent pregnancy announcement, there was a massive rise of comments, some positive and others critical. In an open post that went viral on social media, Jessa revealed she was expecting her 6th child. Despite the upbeat tone of the message, some of her fans soon started to question her decision to have additional children. Among the comments were criticisms about Jessa's family size and unwanted parenting advice. Some ridiculed her, while others chastised her for having too many children. Ability to bring up such a large brood. In the comments, someone posed the question, "Are you certain you can manage 6 children?" "This is irresponsible," another person said, as if Jessa's choice had some negative impact on her children or herself. The response appears to have been rooted in the belief that larger families are out of place in today's culture, and that smaller families are necessary. Please keep in mind that Jessa has always been an active parent. They frequently provide. She and Ben prioritize giving their kids a caring and supportive environment, and they give their followers a peek into their family life. Nevertheless, the criticism over the size of their family persisted. Despite this, Jessa's reaction and defense of her family's choices showed that she was not afraid to take on the disrespectful comments head-on. Normally, she celebrates with her family and shares joyous memories using her platform, but this time, she used it as an opportunity to confront the criticism. In a social media post, Jessa shared how she feels about the negativity that has been going around her growing family. "I've had a lot of comments from people asking us if we want a big family," Jessa wrote. "The blatant nastiness of some of these comments has caused me to consider how judgmental people can be. But all we're doing is what's best for our family." Jessa went on to add that her large family was not due to other people anticipated it, but it was her desire. She emphasized that because she and Ben treasured children and the advantages of a close-knit family, they had purposefully chosen to have a large family. What worked for other people's kids might not work for Jessa's. She believed that there was no one-size-fits-all approach to parenting. "In my view, there is no one right way to start a family. The decision to have children is a personal one. Others choose to have 1, others choose to have 6, and some choose not to have any. The great. It seems fantastic to have a big family, so each of us may do what we believe is best for ourselves." According to Jessa, after hearing her response, many of her followers supported her decision and agreed with her that it was important for people to accept other people's parenting choices. Jessa's message was quite obvious. She wasn't looking for approval or confirmation from anyone else. Instead, for her own sake, she was being true to herself and making decisions based on her feelings. Family. Respecting the wishes of the family. Why it is important. Since Jessa's comment raises a crucial issue, many parents can relate to it. The ideal family has never been defined with certainty. Finding the ideal family size depends on a number of factors, such as one's ideals, financial status, and lifestyle. For some people, having a large family is the ultimate source of happiness, but for others, a smaller family may suffice. Parents must resist giving in to make choices based on their own values and situation, rather than giving up to outside pressure or criticism. It's crucial to remember that every family is unique, even if the Duggars have been outspoken about their beliefs and their wish to have a large brood. It's quite acceptable if what works for one family doesn't work for another. Because of their dedication to their values and desire to give their kids a loving home environment, Jessa and Ben made the decision to become a 6th parent. It's not necessary for others to follow their path just because it brings them joy. They're just being themselves. Examining the consequences of judgment from a broader perspective. Individuals shouldn't be evaluated according to their parenting style or the number of children they have. By perpetuating unfavorable preconceptions and fostering an endless cycle of guilt and anxiety, it exacerbates the situation for parents who are already having difficulties. Parents ought to support one another instead of making fun of each other, as Jessa's post reminds us. Instead than focusing on whether a family has too many children, we should encourage parents to make the greatest choices for their unique situation. Furthermore, while judging the size of a family, the complexities of parenting are usually overlooked. Raising a large number of children is never easy. It brings with it new challenges, joys, and responsibilities. Rather than criticizing others, given the size of their family, we ought to care more about supporting them throughout their lives. The celebration of many parenting philosophies is the next step. Jessa Duggar's response to the offensive comments about the size of her family serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of accepting variety in parenting. There is no one right number of children to have, just as there is no one right way to parent. Parents' rights to make decisions that are in their best interests should be respected by all, in keeping with their personal values and circumstances. The decision to become parents to a sixth child is just the most recent development in Jessa and her family's ongoing journey. As they prepare to welcome their new kid, they have received and will continue to receive a lot of acclaim and criticism. Jessa's message, nevertheless, remains constant. A family's child count is a personal choice, and no one should ever feel guilty about it. Finally, the courage with which Jessa has faced the criticism aimed at her family size is a potent reminder that we should all be more kind and tolerant of one another, especially when it comes to issues as personal as parenthood. Head.